Hey, White Horse fam. Hope all of y'all had an awesome Christmas and you're ready to get back to the grind with us on Monday morning and bringing your kiddos to school. I'm excited to see your kiddos come back. Just wanted to drop you a little video. Think it's a little bit easier for you to see this than it is to read a 3-page email, because if you're like me, I hardly ever get through them and think I'll read them later and then I forget about them. So anyhow, hopefully we can get through this and I can give you some really important information that you'll need to have. Starting coming Monday morning, when you pull up, look at the slab over there at the very end of the portable buildings. We have a slab going up for the shop. We have 2 walls going up along with some insulation. And our target date for that is February 1st. Mr. Matt has his fingers crossed because he's going to be cold if we don't get that done. It may not be exactly February 1st, but we are going to be pretty darn close. So I'm extremely excited about that for Mr. Matt to be able to get out from underneath the awning and get over there and get to his own building. Also, notice the new parking lot. They've worked on it all during Christmas holidays, and thank you, Jay Mills, for getting that done for us. It's going to be really nice to have a place to park and that we're not in the middle of the circle, so it'll be great. Also, 2024 brings on some really cool things coming up, and I just kind of want to give you an idea of what's happening, what, in my mind, how it's going to work, and also what I'm going to ask from y'all, because we're going to have to all work together to be able to get a new building built and be able to get things affordable for people. So here's what we've got planned so far, and we still are in the works and planning on a lot of different things. And also, always, if you have an idea or you have some input, please feel free to come let us know. I'm always an open door, and just please feel free to give me a holler. And we got two fundraisers coming in for 2024. Our first one is March 1st. It is an evening with Courtney, Patton, which is going to be held out at the Bella Vita facility. This fundraiser is what I call our high roller fundraiser. And I don't mean anything by that, but that's what it is. We are going out and getting corporate sponsors to help us build this building. Because we know that we cannot do it without corporate sponsors. We have to have some of these businesses come in and these different corporations come in and take a look at what we're doing and want to come help us be able to build our facility. So this fundraiser on March 1st is we are out inviting the corporate people to come in, and we're going to feed them. We're going to have a live auction for them. We're going to have Courtney singing to them. We're going to have a silent auction for them. We're going to have videos of them to see our school. We're going to show them the different programs that we're doing. And hopefully during that evening that they will let loose some money to be able to give to us for our fundraising for our building to be built. We are a 501c3, so they need a place for their money to go for their taxes, and we want to show them that we want their money. And so that's what the March 1st thing is. This is not what I consider one of our family fundraisers. The tables are $5,000 for a gold table and $3,000 for the silver table. That's not something that I expect families to try to scrimp and scrape together to come do. If you want to, that's fine. Not expected, y'all, because that's not something that I could do either. And so what I need from y'all is just to help me pull the things together so we'll have some really cool things for these corporate people to bid on and to purchase while they're there. We are going to get together and do some silent auction things that the kids and the families are going to put together. K through 3 will have a basket, 4 through 6 will have a basket, 7th and 8th will have a basket, and high school will have a basket. Each basket, what we consider a basket, will be a theme. For example, maybe K through 3 picks the theme night out at the barbecue or whatever. We might get a Traeger donated along with barbecue stuff, along with maybe half a beef, maybe something else, and put it all into one thing together, and all of that will be auctioned together. Maybe it's a night at the beach and you get beach towels and coolers and whatever, just different themes with different stuff that these people can go and bid on. We're also going to have a raffle along with that. The raffle is going to be a 2004 Ranger Polaris along with 2 hunting guns. The raffle tickets are going to be $100 a piece. Here's what I am going to ask. I'm going to ask that families attempt to sell 10 tickets. We are not going, I don't think, let me go back on that. Everything is going digital for us. We have gotten a new computer system that really working on to try to get it going. Stacy Slager, thank you very much. She's had her head in this program all Christmas long to try to get it all straightened out. But we're hopefully going to be selling those tickets online. We're trying to figure out a process that's going to be easy for you to do that without having to have physical tickets. Anyhow, I'll let you know more about that next week, hopefully. But I'm asking each family to see if they can manage to sell 10 tickets. I don't want you to purchase those unless you just want them, but that's not the expectation. The expectation is for you to make a goal to try to sell 10 tickets. If everybody makes a goal to try to sell 10 tickets and you meet that goal, that's going to bring in about $177,000 right off the top for that fundraising, which is a big chunk if everybody can just sell 10 tickets between now and May 1st. Not May 1st, March 1st. But between now and March 1st, if you could sell 10 tickets. If you can't, then you can't. But if you can, that would be great. So for the March 1st fundraiser, what I need is for you to be looking for what type of items you're going to need for your class's basket that you're going to be doing, and then to be looking for information on how to sell those tickets for the Polaris Ranger and 2 guns. I'm also going to need some help the night of the fundraiser to be able to come help us pull that off and keep everything organized and going out there at Bella Vita. I will give you some more information about that. Just kind of want to give you a heads up. And then in August 24th, we're going to be having a back-to-school bash with Jake Hooker. The back-to-school bash will be we'll just be selling tickets for that. We may be doing a couple of other things I'm kind of got going on in my head, but I haven't gotten those straightened out yet. I'm going to try to get March 1st finished before I make some other plans for August. But anyhow, all of that money for our August 24th fundraiser will be straight for scholarships. It's going to be a scholarship fund is what we're going to create. And we're going to have that fund there for people who are in need of helping scholarship to keep in need of help of tuition is what I'm trying to say. And so we realize, and I know y'all do too, that tuition is going to go up. We've already talked about that at the beginning of the year. It's going to go up $1,000 for this next year. We told you that in October. We expect for it to go up. I don't know how much each year. I know that the cost of living is killing us all right now. That is true across the board for everything. But I know that each year we're going to have to look at it, and for the next few years it will go up until we get everything paid off. And the board and I have also discussed about it's probably going to be something fluid, that it may have to go up for a few years and then we may top out and we might be able to give you a break in a few years. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know what the economy is going to do. What I'm going to tell you is we're going to do everything that we can to keep the expenses down. We are going to do everything that we can to keep the families at Whitehorse that want to be at Whitehorse. We are going to make sure that we give everybody an opportunity to apply for a scholarship that needs one. We're going to give people an opportunity to help us with fundraisers. The more fundraisers we have, the more money that we bring in, the more people that we can help that need help with those tuition needs. So it's going to take all of us working together to keep the expenses down across the board. The $1,000 that we're adding for this next year has nothing to do with the building, has nothing to do with scholarship. It is just the cost of living raise that's going to keep us. The back two portables, really a couple of more like 3 of the portables are needing some repairs. They're needing some maintenance on them. They're fixing to need some big stuff. I'm putting all of that off until trying to use that money on the new building, because I don't want to be throwing a bunch of money into portables that it's not going to be sustainable. I don't want to use your money that way. And so electricity is what's killing us off back there. So the more that we can get done with these fundraisers, the faster that we can get up with these buildings and get our kids moved out of those portable buildings. The more money that we can bring in for the scholarship fund, the easier it will be for us to help people that are struggling to help keep their kids at Whitehorse. That's the bottom line, y'all. That's where we are. And so I'm just hoping that we can all work together and all work toward a common goal of taking care of each other and taking care of our kids. That's just it. As always, know that we're an open book in there. If you have questions, if you have concerns, if you have just anything that you need, please come in. It doesn't make me upset if you want to come question things or anything else. I'll tell you what's happening. Doesn't bother me at all. Also know that this next week Jana's going to be out for a few weeks. She's having some surgery that's much needed, and so she's going to be out. She thinks she's only going to be out a week, but yeah, no, she's going to be out longer. So Paige and I are going to be in there by ourselves in the office for most of the time. So if you have something coming up to the office, please know, if nobody answers the phone for just a minute, know that we're still there. We might just be out trying to round up kids somewhere or do whatever, but give us some grace and understand that Paige and I are working pretty much on our own, and so it'll be fine, but just please know that we're shorthanded in the office for the next few weeks. Anyhow, I am super looking forward to what's coming up. It's going to be really cool to watch these buildings go up and to see our kids be excited to be in new classrooms and to be in safe classrooms. Just please know that I know that there's a fear out there that the culture is going to change. I know that there's a fear out there that man, you're getting fancy with the building. The building's really pretty, but the building just has a concrete floor like what we have now. It has a little bit nicer inside without the sandbags that I have around right now to keep water from flooding the main building. It won't have the sandbags. It'll be more energy efficient, and it'll be just safer for your kiddos to be in. But I am still totally dedicated to the average of 15 in each classroom. I'm not going to split and have 2 sections of first, 2 sections of second, because everybody knows that we could fill those up right now. We're not there. We're not that 10 acres is not going to hold that. Whitehorse is just going to stay the same as it is, and just be our small little community that we are, and because that's what's good for kids, and that's what's good for your kids, and that's what's good for our faculty too. So anyhow, once again, if you have any questions or whatever, yeah, this video took 12 minutes. Maybe you could have read a 10-page email by the time you got to watch this. But anyhow, thank y'all for sharing your most precious babies with us. We love them. And we look forward to an awesome 2024. And as also, if you have any questions or concerns, we're an open book. Come see us. Bye. See you Monday.